Close your eyes and think about the last time you were this close to doing something amazing, applying for that dream job, saying yes to someone who genuinely liked you, or finally starting that project you've been talking about for years. And then you didn't. Maybe you told yourself you weren't ready, or the timing wasn't right, or some other excuse that sounded reasonable at the time, but deep down, you knew. You just sabotaged yourself. And honestly, we've all been there. Self-sabotage is that frustrating pattern where you get in your own way and you don't even realize you're doing it until it's too late. So today, we're diving deep into why we sabotage ourselves, what psychology says about it, and most importantly, how to finally break free from it. At Psych2Go, we create content like this because we know what it feels like to be stuck, when it feels like one long streak of bad luck and no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to move forward. If you're there, chances are you felt helpless, maybe even hopeless, that you've lost confidence in yourself entirely. Maybe you even thought, what's the point? If that's you, this video is for you. We want you to know that you're not broken, you're just stuck in a cycle. And today, we're gonna help you start finding the way out. The inner critic. Let's start with that voice in your head. You know the one, the voice that tells you you're not good enough or that success is for other people, not you. That voice has a name in psychology, the inner critic. According to Dr. Julie Exline, a psychologist at Case Western Reserve University, the inner critic is often rooted in early life experiences, like growing up in an environment where mistakes were not tolerated or where love felt conditional. So now, as an adult, when an opportunity comes along, your brain's default reaction is protect yourself instead of thinking, I'm ready for this. Your inner critic whispers, don't embarrass yourself, don't try. It's a defense mechanism, not because you're lazy or unmotivated, but because your brain is trying to keep you safe. The problem? Your environment. Believe it or not, you now need to be in an environment that can help you rise, a place where you can feel like you belong and that you're not your inner critics. A place that gives you hope, motivation, and most importantly, the courage to keep trying. The upper limit problem. Gay Hendricks, in his book, The Big Leap, calls this the upper limit problem, a subconscious belief that we don't deserve too much happiness or success. It's why you might self-destruct right after something good happens, like ending a relationship that's going well or procrastinating on a job assignment right before a big promotion. It's almost like your brain says, whoa, life is going too well. Let's sprinkle in some chaos for balance. In a 2014 study published in the Journal of Behavioral Therapy and Experimental Psychiatry, researchers found that people with lower self-esteem were more likely to engage in self-sabotaging behaviors, especially when they feared the expectations that come with success. Translation, if you're afraid of failure or even the pressure of success, you'll subconsciously create roadblocks to avoid dealing with those feelings. The comfort zone trap. Here's another psychological curveball. Self-sabotage often keeps us in our comfort zone, and while comfort sounds nice, it can be a trap. According to a 2021 study in the Journal of Experimental Psychology, when people perceive a task as threatening or beyond their perceived competence, their motivation drops, and they unconsciously choose behaviors that lead to failure. Why? Because failing on their own terms feels safer than risking the unknown. Ever procrastinated on something important until the last minute? That's a classic sabotage move. If you fail, you can say, well, I didn't really try. And if you succeed, bonus, you get to feel like the underdog who beat the odds. How to break the cycle. Okay, so now we know why we do it. How do we actually stop? Step 1, notice the pattern. The first step of breaking self-sabotage is awareness. Start journaling or even just making mental notes of when you tend to pull back. Is it right before a big deadline? When someone compliments you? Awareness gives you the power to intervene before the pattern repeats itself. Step 2, talk back to the inner critic. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, suggests challenging your thoughts instead of just believing them. When your brain says you're not good enough, respond with evidence. Think about times you succeeded or showed resilience. Over time, you train your brain to rewrite its script, Step 3, redefine failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. According to Carol Dweck's research on growth mindset, people who view failure as feedback instead of proof they're not good enough are more likely to achieve their goals. So instead of thinking, I failed, I'm a failure, reframe it as, okay, what can I learn from this? Step 4, set smaller, safer goals. One of the best ways to overcome self-sabotage is to build tiny wins. Break big goals into small, manageable steps. One of the best ways to overcome self-sabotage is to build tiny wins. Break big goals into small, manageable steps. Behavioral psychology calls this successive approximation. Each small success builds momentum and rewires your brain to expect success instead of fear it. And step 5, get support. Whether it's talking to a therapist, joining a support group, or confiding in a trusted friend, having accountability helps. Studies have shown that social support significantly reduces self-sabotaging tendencies by providing validation and encouragement when self-doubt creeps in. Here's a bonus tip. Just as we hinted in point 1, if you've made it this far, it means you really care about breaking this cycle. The key now is learning how to actually break free. One approach worth looking into is somatic therapy. It teaches you to notice your body's inner sensations, the way your chest tightens with fear, or how your shoulders tense up when you doubt yourself. By practicing physical exercises like breath work, grounding techniques, or even simple movement routines, you can start to change your physiological state. And when your body feels safe, your thoughts begin to shift too. Over time, your behaviors follow. And finally, if you have the resources, therapy can be a powerful next step. If not, stay tuned. We're working on interactive exercises and quizzes to help you reflect and take small proactive steps towards healing, even if you can't access therapy right now. Self-sabotage is frustrating, yeah, but it's also deeply human. It's your brain trying, in its own clumsy way, to protect you from disappointment, judgment, or change. The good news, you can break the cycle by understanding where your sabotage comes from, challenging those limiting beliefs, and taking small, consistent steps towards your goals. You'll slowly retrain your mind to see success as safe and as something you truly deserve. So, what about you? Have you caught yourself sabotaging something important? How did you handle it? Let us know in the comments. Your story might just help someone else find their way out of the cycle. And as always, take care of yourself.